back to the Cash Out Kings YouTube channel. Today we're going to be going over the NFL season preview for the AFC West. We have the Chiefs, the Raiders, the Broncos, and the Chargers. I'm going to give you my predicted record for every team, whether I'm taking the under or the over on their win total. Also my predicted division order. And at the end, I've got a best bet picked out that you can all jump on for the season. It's great for multis and parlays if you want to do that sort of stuff. Before we get into it, make sure you show some love, like, subscribe, comment, whatever you can do. Helps us out greatly, especially just getting started. And for the main thing, I'll pop it up here. Just follow us on Instagram at cash.out.kings. We give away VIP plays, but we also give away free plays weekly. We have 2 free play channels, and I'll also drop them in the description below. Other than that, let's get into it. So this is what we're going to be going over today. We have the number 1, the market saying 2, all 4 teams' season previews. 3, my division order. And then 4, we're going to have the best bet of the whole episode, which I'm probably going to be putting 5 digits on myself. And it's a great leg for a multi or a parlay if that's what you're looking for. With this division, it is one of the most interesting divisions in the NFL. There's going to be 3 very competitive teams. The Raiders, not so much. But the Chiefs, the Broncos, and the Chargers, honestly, I could see them all making the playoffs. The Chargers and the Broncos, they could go deep into the postseason. I don't know about the Chiefs. Their defense was real shaky last year and they lost a lot of good players. Their offense was real shaky last year. Mahomes is coming off a massive knee injury, so that's another thing to look at. It's going to be tough for them, but if anyone can do it, it is Mahomes. He is probably the best player in the league, so we'll leave it up to him. Let's get into the win totals for this season. You have the Chiefs at 10.5, you have the Chargers at 9.5, the Broncos at 9.5, and you also have the Raiders at 5.5. With the Chiefs, it really is that they get respect from the market because they are the Chiefs. They're probably the most well-known team of the last few seasons, especially because of Mahomes and all that Travis Kelce shit with Taylor Swift and all of that. So that's why they're getting this respect, to be honest. You need 11 wins to cover this one for the Chiefs. That's a lot, especially if Mahomes does end up missing the first few weeks or re-injures himself again. That's going to be very hard to get. You can't mess up many games there at all. For the Chargers, 9.5. They've cleared this in the last 2 seasons. They're one of my teams to watch this year, so I really do like that. The Broncos, 9.5. Nick's coming off an injury at the end of last year. They were 1 game away from the Super Bowl. They did upgrade. Their defense is still going to be great. They brought in Jalen Waddle from the Dolphins, so he's going to help out a lot as well. And the Raiders at 5.5 wins. The number 1 pick, they brought in their franchise quarterback, even though I don't really rate him as that. But for them, it's just how quickly can they get this rebuild moving to get competitive again. Don't expect to see them in the playoffs this year. Let's get it started with the Chiefs. They still demand respect, of course. Probably not as much as the 10.5. Why they can go over, Mahomes, obviously. Mahomes is the best player in the league, one of the best players in the league when healthy. They still do have Andy Reid, which is huge for them. He's an offensive guru. No matter who he's got at quarterback, he always seems to find a way to put up points. They didn't go well last season. They missed the playoffs. So next season is pretty obvious for them. They're going to be angry. They're going to be fired up, especially coming off a Super Bowl win the year before that. They're going to be ready to go. And also in this division, they do have the 2nd easiest schedule. So finishing 3rd last year in that division, though they missed the playoffs, it's actually beneficial for them this year because they don't have to face the sort of teams that the Chargers and the Broncos will throughout the year. But other than that, that's the reasons why it can hit. I'm going to go into the reasons why I don't think it will hit. Right there, the first one, a 10.5 line demands elite consistency. You can't have injuries. You can't really have your quarterback or your best defensive players missing games. 11 wins is a lot in this league. They didn't get that last season. And I'm pretty sure they just cleared out the season before as well. And that's when they went to the Super Bowl. So they are a great postseason team when they get there. They're not the greatest in the regular season, but with Mahomes at quarterback, they can do anything. Also this season, the Chargers and the Broncos are going to be massive threats to them. I could honestly see the Chargers and the Broncos beating both of those teams, beating the Chiefs this season, especially when the Chiefs play them on the road. And to be honest, I could see either of those teams winning in Kansas City as well. It's going to be good because week 1, I'm pretty sure, is Broncos at the Chiefs. So that's going to be a great test straight up. The Broncos are underdog by 3 points there. So that's already showing you something. In the NFL, if you didn't know, 3 points is what you get for being home. So that's another tip there if everyone doesn't bet NFL. 3 points is automatically at home. So if there's 2 teams that are $1.90, the team playing at home gets 3 points. So that will be their -3. The team on the road is +3. Another reason why I don't like the over, you have to face the Broncos and the Chargers a combined 4 times, and you even have to face the Raiders. Now, the Raiders aren't great, but division games are very, very hard. So if they split with the Raiders, it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest, especially when they have to go into Vegas to play. So that's going to be a hard one for them. But saying that, my lean for the Chiefs is an under 10.5. I can see them going 10-7. So even if you want to get the alternate line up a little bit, 11.5, make it safe, that'd be a great bet. I'm not saying the Chiefs are bad at all. I'm saying they probably will still make the playoffs. I just don't love having to back them for 11 plus wins. They could even win the division without 11 wins, to be honest. So yeah, I'm staying away from that 10.5. From probably the most established team in the division to easily the biggest rebuild probably in all of the league. They got the number 1 pick this year. The Raiders, they're not going to be looking to make the playoffs at all. They want to win a few games. They want to give Mendoza some confidence going into the next year. And if they can find a few gems they drafted along the way, that would help them as well. They did bring over the coach, the offensive coordinator from Seattle, and he's going to be great for them, especially for Mendoza. It's a new voice in the locker room. It just creates so much more positivity for them. The top overall pick that's their long-term solution now at quarterback. They've gone from Geno Smith, they had Gardner Minshew. They had so many inconsistencies, and you need a quarterback in this league to be consistent. So now they've got Kirk Cousins there. He will probably start the first few games, or they don't need to rush Mendoza in, but they will be bringing him throughout the season. You can definitely expect him to start before the season ends. And honestly, no one's really hyped up on the Raiders. They have low expectations around their team, so it leaves room for a great surprise. They may have a few upset wins here and there, but I think 5.5 is perfect for them. I probably lean towards the under, but 5.5 is good. Why they can't break it, I do mean. The roster's margin for error is so thin. They really have no one on either side of the ball. They made a good few signings on defense, but for some reason those Raiders players, they're always injured. I don't know whether it's where they train, where they play, but they always have so many injuries. They traded Crosby in the off-season. The trade didn't go through and brought him back. So once again that might hurt them as well. And then this AFC West schedule is just unforgiving. They have to play the Chiefs twice, the Chargers twice, and the Broncos twice. That's 6 games already. They're definitely going to be underdogs in all 6 straight away. So that's real hard for them there. My prediction for the Raiders is probably a 4-win, 13-loss season. It's going to be a big rebuild year for them. They're going in a new direction, low expectations, but 6 wins is just too much for them. They do have new energy coming in though with the new coach. The top overall pick, as I said, gives them the stability at quarterback, so they can go from there. And when you play a team like this that you expect to win, they're going to be underdogs most weeks. It sometimes creates a bit of room for them to just go out and just play freely. No pressure on them. They're not expected to win. So a few upsets they could have this season. My prediction for the Raiders is though 4-13, under 5.5 wins. Not one I'm really dying to bet though, to be honest. Now we move to a team that I think is completely the exact opposite of the Raiders. This Broncos team is going to be great. They were last season, and they were last season because of their defense. Their defense can win them games week to week by themselves, to be honest. They were the top defense in the league last year, and they're just great at creating takeaways. The continuity matters within this division. You see the Chiefs there. They have Andy Reid, they have Mahomes. They've been there for years together. They're great together. Sean Payton and now Bo Nix are going on their first few years together. They're starting to wrap it up. They get a lot of reps together, but it's just good for them to stick together now. In this division, the continuity between the quarterback and the coach matters. So you've got Bo Nix going now with Sean Payton. This is probably, I think it's their 3rd season together now. So They know each other well. They know what they want to do. I expect them to go great this season. And they brought in Jalen Waddle, which is massive for them, to be honest. He's going to help them a lot on offense, especially with the deep ball. He's so fast. You can't just have everyone playing up like they could last year. They didn't really have a speed burner last year, so bring that in is huge for them. What I do like about them is, to be honest, they're more explosive this year on offense. They can stretch the field a lot more. If Bonix comes back healthy from that injury last year, with the defense going down along the way to Waddle, gives him room to scramble. He's a great scrambling quarterback at that, so it's another positive for them. Waddle is massive for them, bringing in Waddle. He forces defense to respect the deep ball. He opens up the underneath game, and he just makes their offense a lot more dangerous. You can't just double Sutton anymore. You've got to have someone always watching Waddle in the background. I think it's also going to open up their run game a ton as well. What worries me about this Broncos team is the regression after a great season. They did so well last year, and they probably should have gone to the Super Bowl if Nick doesn't get injured. But it's how you bounce back from that. Teams want to play them now. Teams get up to beat them now. Last year, they didn't have that. They weren't that great in the season before. So no team wants to get up for that game. But now that they're one game away from the Super Bowl, teams want to prove that they can beat the Broncos. They're going to be favoured in most games, to be honest. As I've been saying this whole episode, the AFC West is absolutely unforgiving. It's one of the toughest divisions in football. So to get that 10 wins, it's going to be hard. They have to versus the Chiefs twice and the Chargers twice. I still like them though for that over 9.5 wins as long as Nix is healthy. They don't need to repeat everything from last year. They ended up with, I think, 13 or 12 wins. So even if they regress from that, 10-7 or 11-6, the over still cashes. And yeah, for this one, I am going to lean with the over. My prediction for them is 11-6. So the over 9.5 is a great bet. I like it. It's not my favourite play of the episode, but I do really like the over 9.5. The next team, and if you've been following me for a while, you know, this is a team I actually have winning the division. The LA Chargers. I absolutely love them this year. They were good last year. They weren't great, but it was Harbaugh's first season coaching them. They really needed to get the run game going, flush out plays who he didn't want and bring in plays that he did want. So this is their season for me, to be honest. They've gone 11-6 in back-to-back seasons now. They're still going to run the ball. They're still going to do everything that Harbaugh does as a coach. I'm not expecting them to go to the first seed in the conference or have 13 wins, but just Herbert having that year under Harbaugh now, getting to learn the offense, I think they're going to be great. It's a be-all and end-all and a ride or die of Justin Herbert. He's the franchise quarterback. He's absolutely elite. Honestly, the season just depends on him. But now they've brought in, but what hurt them last season was their offensive line, and now they've brought in a few great big players up front. Slater's back this year. Joe Alt's back this year. They're two of the biggest right and left tackles in the league. That's going to help them a ton. They're going to be able to run the ball a bit more now. And honestly, the biggest reason I like this team is Mike McDaniel. He came over from the Dolphins. He's one of, if not the best offensive coordinator in the league. Now, the Dolphins weren't great last year when he was the head coach, but they bring him over here now as the offensive coordinator, and he's just an offensive genius. The motion, the spacing he runs with, the run game creativity you're going to see from the Chargers this year is going to be absolutely great. I don't think Herbert's ever had a run game like this in his career, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised if Herbert's in the MVP conversation this year. Harbaugh, with the way he likes to coach, the physicality, and you've got McDaniels creating the offensive plays, it's going to be actually absolutely awesome to watch. Over 9.5 wins, I really like for this. They only need 10 wins this season. They've gone back-to-back 11-win seasons, and I think they're going to be better than they were those past seasons. Their roster has improved greatly. Also, their quarterback. He's great at staying healthy. He's always there for them. He plays through injuries, little niggles, so that's a massive boost for them. And they've got plenty of ways to win games. Their defense has also been upgraded greatly as well. My prediction for the Chargers is 11-6. I have the over on the 9.5. And I actually like another market a bit more than the Chargers to hit this season over total. So I'll get that to you in the next one. This is my division order for the AFC West. I have the Chargers 11-6, edging out the Broncos for first. The Broncos also 11-6. The Chiefs 10-7, and the Raiders 4-13. These are going to be my bets for the year. The Chiefs under the 10.5 wins. I agree with the under. personally, I'm not going to bet it. Just a lean for me or a pass. The Broncos over 9.5 wins, I will bet it. It's a lean for me. The Raiders under 5.5 wins. Again, another lean for me. I'll bet it in a multi or something in a parlay. It's going to be small though. But this one right here, this is my best bet of the whole division, and honestly, one of my favourite futures bets of the whole year in the NFL. This bet right here, the Chargers to make the playoffs at $1.60. This is my favourite bet in the division. It's probably my favourite bet of the NFL season, other than my Super Bowl winner. But I absolutely love this. There's 4 ways. I've got 4 points here of why. You can cash this bet without winning the division, to be honest. They don't need to win the division to make the playoffs. They made it as a wild card last year. Their coaching identity plus their run game will travel week to week, no matter if they're home or away, no matter if they're playing in sunshine and playing in rain, it does not matter. That run game and that quarterback will travel everywhere. They massively upgraded the O-line. They're going to have 3 players who weren't starting last year, newly starting this year for them on that O-line, hoping for no injuries, but with that, just massive. And there, you see the exclamation marks. Mike McDonald, he's going to absolutely change the way this team plays on offense, and I love it for them, to be honest. That's it for the first episode. The main point, back the Chargers, respect Denver, watch out for Kansas City. I have my predictions there. I've got the Chargers winning the division, Denver right up there with them. Kansas City can still absolutely win it. They'll be in the playoff race as well. And then Vegas is just in for a major rebuilding year. My best bet, as you know, is the Chargers to make the playoffs at $1.60. Let me know in the comments what you think, who you think wins the AFC West, and also let me know which division you want me to break down next. If you enjoyed this, make sure you like the video, subscribe, because we're going to be doing a lot more of these heading into the NFL season. And once week 1 starts, I'm going to be giving away my predictions for each game, which is going to be a real way for you to see as well what I think about each game. Also, if you want to see what we take daily and all our updates on that, follow us on Instagram at cash.out.kings. The link to the free group I'll be dropping in the description of this video. I'll drop the link to the free Telegram group. I'll drop the link to the free Instagram group. I'll drop the link to our Instagram, and I'll also drop the link to our VIP plays where you can get every play we take. And that's it for me. I know it was a bit of a rough first episode, but I'm just getting out there, getting used to it now. So the next few will be better. And when we actually have games that we can go over and look at the lines and that, it's going to be a lot easier to go over as well. So thank you for listening.